charge. Tony's in charge. He's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day, helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow, teaching the game. Ain't nothing to show. He's got the charts, the trends, and the moves. Making profit, making moves his groove. Trade with Tony, he's the man. Learn from him, you'll join the winning band. Making money worldwide, it's a blast. Trade with Tony and making fortune fast. large. Tony's in charge. He's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day, helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow. Teaching the game, ain't nothing to show. He's got the charts, the trends, and the moves. Making profit, making moves his groove. Trade with Tony, he's the man. Learn from him, you'll join the winning band. Making money worldwide, it's a blast. Trade with Tony, and make it fortune fast.
Well, good morning and happy Friday, traders. I hope you all managed to catch the Novavax pump on earnings. It started moving up on earnings, and then it dropped another catalyst with a COVID-19 vaccine, and wow, it absolutely mooned up, went over 200% up on the day, and we caught it. So yeah, happy camper today. Long time since we've had one of those moves, or a move like that. I think that's probably the best move I've had since February, I think. So yeah, strong move this morning. So let's have a quick look at it, shall we? So this is the move. I got in for the break, well, just over 750. Added to the position as it moved up. Took my first profits there as it's kind of 825. Added back and all the way up, and it's just taking profits, adding back. I got out here as it first candle. The way I looked at this, I was like, okay, first candle to break a new low, and I'll get out. I'm just holding. I have 5,000 shares in here. As it started to break a new low, I took 2,500 off. I thought, okay, if it bounces on the VWAP, bounces on the 9, I'll keep them in. So then, as it made a new high here, I was out here, I made a new high, I got back in, doubled up, and just rode this all the way up, and I managed to top tick it with the right side of the move today. So I got out right at the top, $14. I had 5,000 shares here, so I managed to get out with 2,500 here, and then I got out with 1,500 there. I had 1,000 left, and as it flushed back down, I got out for 13 for 1,000. So fantastic, absolutely fantastic move, and what a great start to a Friday. So good. You missed it, Penn State. Oh, sorry to hear that. I hope a few of you managed to get on that Novavax. If you were in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, if you're in the community and you're in the Discord, you'd have received my my caller as it started to break on earnings. And you would have got my call out, and hopefully you would have traded it and made some money as well. It was an easy trader. Not had many easy traders for quite some time, but that was one of them. So good stuff. Great start to the day. So Daniel, not up 10k. Try double it. 22 is a good start to the day. So I'm going to keep 20 in reserve, and I've got a 2.5k cushion to play with if anything else like SRTS starts to move. This gets, where is this? So breaking highs. Where did this one in the past? So let's have a look. So good morning, Mike, Daniel, Alberto. Dude, early bird gets the worm, buddy. Morning, John. Look at everybody missed the Novavax move. I won't be going in silly size now. I'm not risking any kind of ridiculous amounts. I'm doing what I do, as I say, not as I do. I'm drinking and trading today. I missed that move. Nice move, that one as well. A good breakout. $525, $530. this move here, so it's 525 would have been a fantastic entry. Swing high, the bounce, VWAP bounce there, and then the move up. That would have been a fantastic entry. Completely missed it. Am I bothered? Not in the short, not in the slightest. Oh, don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about missing it. You don't get FOMO now and rage trade into something that doesn't deserve you trading it. You can't catch them all. If you miss one, there'll be another one next week. Although saying that, it's been a while since we've had one like that. It really has. Only takes the one trade, Jack, absolutely. And the great news about that is, what's that, 22,400, and the drawdown, as of the drawdown that was left from yesterday, because I had a good day yesterday as well. Where's my thing? The drawdown that was left from yesterday was 26k. So we're very close to that now. See where the drawdown is to get back to the highs. And that's duration. I want loss. So 26.6 was the drawdown from February. So another 5k, and I'm not saying today. Another 5k will have us clear the drawdown, and we're back into all-time highs on the year. So looks like might be having a good month after all. Yes, Stone Cold. CMEG you can trade from 4. It didn't used to be CMEG up until last year. It was 7:30. Then they opened up the full hours, so you can trade till 4, and then you can trade after hours as well. Obviously, because a lot of brokers don't allow you to trade until after 7 a.m. That's why you get a 7 a.m. you get quite an influx of volume. Same thing at 7:30, because that's when a lot of brokers start opening the doors and letting people into the pre-market session. That will take me up to 40 on the day, 40 on the month. Oh, it's turning out to be a good month after all. I've hit I've doubled I've hit this month's target on one day. Novavax has more. I'm not so sure. Don't think so. I've been very surprised. It's underneath the VWAP. You had the death cross here at 709, where it went down and broke through 1050. So the 9 crossed the 20, which is known as the death cross. So watch for the 9 getting back above the 20 and the action starting to take place. It might move back up, but I wouldn't touch this under $11 now. I'd say $11 would be my trigger to say, yeah, this might have more. Under $10 right now. I'd look for it to break in 11 again. It's volume's not great at the moment. It is up 25%. Pound up 14%. ESA up 26%, 25%. Census is up 29%, even though it's pulling back now. And Novavax still up over 100%. It went up over 200%, but well, it's still early. I mean, just think about, forget Novavax for a second, okay? Just think about how the pre-market has gone all week this week. It's not been great. It's been very tepid pretty much all week. So expect that for the rest of the session. And then when the bell rings, if we get some movers in the meantime, great. But when the bell rings, we should get some volume. And I would expect that's when Novavax could have a second wind and pick up some more momentum after the bell rings. I don't expect it to get back over $11 until the regular session, but we'll see. What's the catalyst to buy this? What Visa? Oh, well, I'm not buying Visa. It's not enough volume on it right now. But in terms of why is it moving? Is that what you're asking, Clubberty? Doesn't have a net new catalyst today, but yesterday Cytec announced an MOU with Visa Technologies to integrate Visa E into its Hi-Fi Rose line of media streamers. So that's what it's a continuation from yesterday, yesterday's catalyst in effect. So that's just keep this kind of level of volume up to kind of 20,000 shares a minute, then I might be interested in. That was 21,000. So 20,000 shares a minute is kind of my what I'm looking for to trade something in terms of volume. Keep watching reset. If the volume comes in, I think it's hard to borrow, so can't put leverage on this one. Novavax. What time did it? What the time did it take my first trade on Novavax? It was like 6:30, Jack. So I got it at 6:30, just after 6:30. It started to make its move up. I think it dropped its earnings about 6:30ish. I think. Oh, what time did it drop its earnings? Novavax. This morning. I don't know. Novavax actually dropped its earnings at 3 o'clock in the morning. Dropped its earnings very early, but then it started to make another move up on the Sanofi deal. It announced a Sanofi deal, but that news dropped. Funnily enough, half an hour after the move started. So I thought it was moving up on earnings alone. But it announced a COVID vaccine deal with Sanofi, and that just sent it, on top of the earnings, that just sent it moving up silly amounts. Actually, saying that, watch Novavax at 8:30. So what are we? 7:49. So 40 minutes. They have a conference call scheduled for 8:30 this morning, so it may move again on the back of that conference call. So if it has good guidance and there's good commentary around the Sanofi deal, around the earnings, then it may move again on the back of that conference call. So watch for more volatility with Novavax at 8:30. I'm not saying it will move up. I'm just saying it could do, and 8:30's conference call could be one of the catalyst for that. Oh, yeah, the volume popped up. I missed it. I'm not worried. got a few movers, but nothing spectacular this morning. So Clean Spark is up kind of 5%. Nvidia is testing that 900 barrier again. I didn't take any option strangles for earnings last night. There was nothing really took my fancy, so $0.25, and I will take a bite. Potential flag set up here. Dude, don't worry about it, man. Those moves don't happen every day. But there will be another one. Could be a Monday, could be later today. Quite a bit of volatility this morning, considering it's a Friday. We normally don't get this level of volatility on a Friday. Fridays are usually a little bit more tepid. Go ahead. Remember the conversation we had there last week, I think it was, about, let's go back to Novavax. This is pulling back a little bit too much. The Novavax on the 1 minute edge. Just going to, this is specifically for you. Remember what I said about when to get out. So if you watch where I got in here. Not a single candle makes a new low on the 1 minute until we get here. I got out, made a new low, then we make a new high, so I get back in. When's the next candle makes a new low? Here, but I'm already out. So this is a big move down. It started up there, kind of. I recognize got the doji, but remember that if you're looking for that. If you're looking for an indicator of when to exit, that new low is always a good indicator. Of course, we've got this big move up, so you don't want to wait for a new low there, because obviously that's going to be down here. But your doji is a reversal indicator anyway, so that was my cue to start sizing down. And then, but if you watch that head, you will have seen that was the only time that you would have got out completely and then got back in as it made new highs. 3. Okay. I'm out if it breaks 4. Not risking too much. Breaks 4. Where am I? Get a bit back, it's nearly all of it, super chip. Nearly all of it. No, I actually lost on the. I'll tell you how much I lost on both of them. So I did get a little bit back, but it was lost. So I lost Airbnb. I lost 7.5k, and ARM I actually lost 15k. So across the two, I'm actually down 22k on those two strangles. I lost 20k on Amazon, if you recall. Was it last week? But I made that back on Starbucks and then some. So this quarter, even with those two strangles not really paying me yesterday, this quarter I'm 88k in profit on option strangles, on trading earnings. So that's not to be sniffed at in 2 months. Well, that's it. I mean, it does say what the odds of hitting profit are based on the implied volatility, based on and everything. And so far, when I'm taking the strangle, it's usually between kind of 40 and 44%. Most of them is like about 42% chance of actually being in profit, which is not bad. Considering if I don't hit profit, I'm selling and it's a small, most of the time it's a small loss. I've had 2 big losses, but most of the time it's a small loss. And again, it's the same with anything. If you're trading, you've got your risk management, so you want your trade selection accuracy or your trade selection percentage, if you will. If you're looking at a 42%, trading moves with a 42% probability going in your favor, but you're selective on which moves you take, so you know which ones are highly volatile, because statistically they're only like 42%. But if you be a bit more selective in the ones that you can pump those odds up to more like 60-65% in your favor. And then you have risk management as well. So I don't like, unless I'm really confident of something making a big move, I don't like trading a strangle on a Thursday night's earnings, because you've got Friday expiry, which means theta is going to really kick in and you're going to get next to nothing. If it's out of the money, you're going to get next to nothing for your contracts. At least on a Wednesday, you've got 2 days worth of time decay. So you still got some value associated with your contracts that you can sell them on the open and get some back. But Thursday to Friday, whilst it's a lot cheaper, to be fair, it's a lot cheaper to do Thursday to Friday. The chances of recovering is if it doesn't get you in the money, is less. Oh yeah, it's so many options in strategies. There's straddle, strangle. Look, depending on what you're trying to do, and there's the 8 o'clock scrum I started earlier, obviously. Depending on what you're trying to do and the volatility, what you're trading, when you're trading it. Lots of different strategies you can take with options, and some are really complex. You tend to find the more complex they are, the higher percentage of you making a gain. However, that being said, that higher percentage, you've got a higher percentage of making a gain, but your chances of making big gains are lower. So the chances, it means that you get like a higher percentage chance of actually making profit, but your profits are not going to be too big, which is not a bad way to if you're doing it properly, that's realistically what you should be looking at. Can almost guaranteed profits, but they're not going to they're not going to pay your mortgage for you on a single trade. Oh, let's watch. Got half an hour. No news drops that I'm aware of. No economic news for the market today. But we've got half an hour before that Novavax conference call, so it'll be interesting to see if that impacts the price action. Two IPOs yesterday. Didn't really do much. So we had PAL on the 15th, probably better. So this just it popped up on launch and then sold off, and then just went kind of bounced sideways. So that was PAL, Proficient Orthologic, and then we had SVCO, which is Silvaco Group. And that whilst it popped up on open, it then sold off pretty much until it plateaued under $20. So there's no volume this morning. Those are the two IPOs. Not really worth taking any gambles with them at all. My big move yesterday was with GTHX. So this one I was chasing most of the day yesterday. I've still got the lines drawn. So this made a couple of moves. So this made a move pretty much after I finished the stream. I finished the stream at 10. Made this move, and then it popped up here, broke the higher day. That's where I was able to trade it all the way up. So that was good. Then I started looking for other aspects. It did move up again here. It didn't make a new high, so it got a bit weak. I lost a bit on this. That flush was the next one. This one. I lost a bit on this flush because I got in there, and then I got in here as well as it broke this downward resistance. I got in there. I got out at the top, stopped out at the top, and then I got back in here for a new high, and I lost a bit on that flush. So made a little bit. Something on this one. So yeah, 2,500. Didn't do much else for the rest of the day. Let's get rid of those lines because I don't want them there when I next trade it. Yesterday was not a bad day revenue wise, but it was a bad day trade accuracy wise. So yeah, three good big trades over 2K, but I had a number of smaller red trades. So I need to cut those. Well, I don't mind cutting having small red trades if I'm having big green ones, but I don't like the number of small red trades I had yesterday. Let's have a look at that one. Popped up, the first pullback, first red candle. This is Athlon Medical. Athlon Medical, whatever flavor you're having yourself today. Not pronounced the way I've pronounced it. That's tough. You say potato and I'll say tomato. If announced results from a vitro binding study of hemopurifier in removing extracellular vesicles from cancer patient plasma. There you go. What does that mean, Tony? I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, but I'm an engineer, not a biologist. So work out that what you will. That's a big move, though. And guys will pull back. Cancer catalyst is quite good. I'm not big into options, super chip, but what I was doing when I was in Dublin, I was trading the earnings, trading it live. I was going in there waiting for the liquidity grab and then looking for and then trading. And I've got a few videos on my YouTube channel about me trading various earnings. But now I'm here, the timing is not right for me because earnings kicks off like after hours kicks off. It's 4 a.m. for me. So instead of missing out on the additional volatility you get from earnings, I've started trading earnings by taking strangles, straddles, and using options the day before, and then cashing in the day after, because you get that implied volatility, but it's usually offset because I'm buying it close to expiry. So you get the increased volatility and the big moves. And if it moves 7 or 8% or more, you'll usually cash in, and usually cash in well. So that's what I do. I'm usually buying kind of, it depends on the price of the contracts, but anywhere between kind of 10 and 50 contracts both ways. So I could be in for 100 contracts on something, so 50 calls, 50 puts. And I don't know which way it's going to go on earnings, I just know it's going to move. And if it moves 7 or 8%, I'm in the money. Yeah, so the Roku trade on earnings, I could do that because it was, you know, it was like 9 p.m. in Dublin, not a big deal. Whereas trying to do it at 4 a.m., not ideal. Kind of a strong move is when you get those red candles and they get gobbled up by the following green candles. This isn't gobbling up though, so. A break of three. Kind of looking here what would have been a good entry on this candle, maybe. Probably too early in the move. So probably break of 3, and then you would have only got 20 cents. Well, 20 cents is 20 cents. Right, it's quite narrow, so well, it looks like it's the back end of the move. We're getting we've into a volume topped up here on this second move where it didn't break new highs, and with volume top. So we'll see. Keep it on watch. Great to hear that one, Vegas. John? Any green's good, green? Top momentum stock right now over the last 15 minutes or so. Nothing really jumping out other than this. There's time yet, Alistair. Who's to say that Visa's done? Visa is currently at 374. It might make another pop later, so if it gets back over $4, we could make that back. See. And then I'll remind you of that comment. Well, John, I think if we get some volume during the press conference, during the conference call with Novavax, I think that will be an indication of which way it goes. So Novavax has a conference call at 8:30 this morning, which is in just under 20 minutes. So it'd be interesting to watch at 8:30 what actually happens to Novavax, the price action. Does it get impacted by what's said on the conference call, or does it not? Does it start making a move back up, or does it start selling off? Remember, Novavax was a $4 stock. No, it was sub $5 yesterday. It was 4.47 at yesterday's close. So it's a sub $5 stock. Kind of like the technology. Makes another move back up. Don't do as I do, Alistair, do as I say. So it's Friday and I've had a good start, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to open a glass of wine and share the bottle with the missus. So she's in there having the rest of the wine. I might go and get one more refill before she drinks it all. I'm not saying she's a lug, but she likes a glass of red wine. That's how you should do it, dude. That's if you want to. That's how you be totally generous. Not like doing as I say, doing as I do. So, watching and following blindly, and not listening to the advice, and yeah. I got in at $7.50 and rode it all the way up to $14. Vegas. Show you the entries and exits here. I've already gone through this, but yeah. So this was Novavax, and I was in here $7.50 just over $7.50, $7.53, and all the way up to $14. And my last exit here was only for 1,000 shares, was $13. But I got 2,500 out at 14, another 1,500 out at 14, and then the last one was 1,013. I was able to ride that all the way up from $7.50 to $14, $6.50 move, and I was taking anywhere between kind of 2,500 and 5,000 shares. Well, it's tepid at the moment, but it has been all week. As I said earlier, just think, don't forget, just take Novavax out as an anomaly. and I just think about what the rest of the week has been like. Pre-market, been tepid pre-market most of the week this week. We've had a couple of early movers, but nothing really sustained. Most of the moves this week have been after 11 o'clock. Been kind of 10:30, 11 o'clock onwards. Well, that's wrong for a start. Not interested in gold. Get it off my scanner. Uh, 4K left, Alistair. So 26K was what was left of the February drawdown before today. So I've got 4K, well 26.5K. So I've got 4.5K to, and I'm not shooting for that today. Next week, sometime next week, it'll be great. I wouldn't worry too much about that one, John. That's just reporting their financial results, which we know anyway. They're obligated to do that every time they have earnings. Every company that has earnings, they're obligated to report it and file it with the SEC if they're on the US stock market, that is. If you're on the FTSE, obviously you don't report it and file with the SEC. The UK authorities instead. Here's Fuzzy. Absolutely, Cal. Absolutely. Quite a bit pulling back right now, so just keep an eye out for the next big mover. I finished the Novavax trade. It started pulling back, so then I went and had dinner. So I've had a belly full of beef. So this wine isn't going to take much of an effect. I said yesterday, I feel like I've got, was it yesterday or Wednesday? I said it. I feel like Tony's back in the zone. I feel like I'm back to where I used to be. Locking in 5 and 6K days. Oh, that is a lot bigger than that. It's my biggest. Let's have a quick look on my calendar. What's my biggest day for a while? Certainly my biggest day this month. Right, April. Did I have a big day in April? I think so. No huge days in April. I have been trading smaller since February. It kind of got me for 6 February. So the days I didn't trade in March. Okay, so I had a 20,000 day on the 12th of February. This is the biggest day since. No, it's actually bigger than that because I had a 20,600 day on 12th of February. So this eclipses that one. This is the biggest day I've had since January. Now I did have a good January. I had a couple of really good days. The last big day I had, bigger than this, was on the 30th at 24k, 30k on the 26th. On the 24 on the 22nd, so 22 on the 9th. So January was a good month, and it's a good job it was. Set me up for the rest of the year. So I've not had any really great months since then. So this is the best day I've had since January so far. By quite some distance. Why are you feeling cheated, Ricky? Did you not trade it? Did you miss out on Novavax? Ah, right. Well, to be fair, you don't normally get good moves like that before 7 o'clock. Normally, the moves before 7 are usually so crappy with the liquidity that the spreads are horrible, and they can tend to chop you out before. So you get these pre-market big moves. The first move, they're usually very terrible on low volume, low liquidity, wide spreads. And then after that, the volume comes in because they've seen the initial move on the news drop. So you don't often get big, easy traders like Novavax before 7 o'clock. 7:30 is probably when you start getting the big movers that are easy. You can get easy traders normally. Hey Diamond, not seen you before, buddy. Novavax pulling back. It's under 920 now. It'll be interesting to see what happens after this conference call at 8:30. Oh, I need to get some more treats for the dog. And guys, smash that like button. Well, you're always welcome, Diamond. And don't forget, Diamond, smash that thumbs up button, and while you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it. You're in the minority at the moment, Davey. Day drinking with. I said it's not day drinking, though, dude. It's for me. It's like 8:30 in the evening, so it's evening drinking. So cheers. Drunk trading with Tony. Well, not yet. That's my first glass of the day. So see what happens at 8:30. I might get a top up. I might. Meaning I definitely will be. Well, for me, it is tonight, Alistair. So Absolutely do. Do as I say, not as I do. So do not drink and trade. It's not a great idea. The only reason I'm doing it is because I'm celebrating that Novavax trade there. What's going on there? ITS Therapeutics report the first. They've announced a $120 million registered direct offering as they announced their 2024 financial results. First quarter financial results. So that's why ITS Therapeutics is moving. The spreads are wicked wide. Be careful. We've got like 40-50 cents on the spreads. Volume's not great at the moment, but it's only just coming in. So spreads are narrowing as we speak. Gets over 17. I've traded this one before. I've got lines where I've traded this before. 17.50. Hey Thomas. Oh, that's true, Alistair. That is true. So this is 19 million in the float, 11% short. Interesting, over $17. Let's see what's spreads like. Spreads are still wicked wide, so just be careful with the spreads. 60 cents on the spreads. I'm not touching it. It's over $1 on the ATR though, so maybe I could. 70 cents on the spread, 75 cents on the spread. No, I'm not touching it. You degenerate, John, with spreads like 50, 60, 70 cents. You degenerate. Fair play to you. Risk on this one's huge. I've got that level of spread. Like I say, the ATR is covering it though. It's over $1 on the ATR, on the 1 minute ATR. Spreads are still 70 cents though. Narrowing a bit now. Maybe I should rename the channel Degenerate Trade. Instead of Day Trade with Tony, it's Degenerate Trade with Tony. Yeah, I think it's going to get over 17. It's double topping there at the moment. I think it's going to get over 17, but will the spreads narrow up? I'm not touching it with 60, 50, 60, 70 cent spreads. I mean, you take 1,000 shares there, which kind of a starter position for me. 1,000 shares, and you're $700 down before there's any price action. 70 cent spread. So. Better hope there's going to be some price action and price action in your favour, which now it's kind of popped out at the moment. Price action looks like it's going to downswing. Need it to make a new high. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. That's why I'm looking at it. Ricky's got his knickers in a twist. He really has. Got his panties in a bunch. Yeah, we're getting a nice one with moving well this last couple of days. Red and green. So they've just had a government contract increased by approximately $1 million. Construct 11 additional military office containers. So they've increased on that government contract. Why it's moving up. Stephen Green Holdings increased his contract with government contractor by $1 million to construct 11 additional military office containers. That's the news drop. Yeah. Over that $0.25. Get over the $0.50. It's 47 now. Okay, ready for VWAP, I'm getting it. $5.98, $5.99, $6. Oh, I got in for the break at 6 and probably added at the top, ticked at the top, so there we go. Hey Adam, how you doing? Did we get any additional movement on Novavax? Now that they've got the conference call underway. Oh, 5 minutes in, probably not. So if it gets back over $10, let's see. Back over $10. But I think it's probably done. So we shall see. Right, your therapeutics starting to curl back up again. I'll go for another attempt at 17. It's currently 16.24, but yeah, John, probably not a bad bet. This looks done. Up and drop. Well, they didn't make it back up to 17. Right. Multiple, actually. Great volume. Novavax back under $9. I actually looked when it topped out. I actually looked at the potential of shorting this, but it's hard to borrow, so I thought, nah, no bother. I'll go and have something to eat. Well, I'm getting thirsty. Anybody else? I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Not even. Come on, dog. Did I miss anything? What did I miss? Anything? Is it, did it actually break? It's not broke 17 yet. Oh, oh. Well, what's the spreads like now? Oh, 20 cents. Other than it narrowed, 20-cent spreads. Should break 17 in this attempt, I reckon. $96, $99. So if it doesn't, I'm afraid. Let's see a big plummet. Double top looks ominous. Five-minute double tops looking ominous. Cheers, everybody, and happy Friday. $92, $94. It's struggling up there at 17. I'm not seeing any big sellers at 17. It's just struggling up there. What's the direct offering? What price is it priced at? Ah, right, that's why. So they've announced 120 million. I should have looked at that first. Direct offering of common shares at a price of $17.50 a share. So it's gone up to 17. The offering is 17. That's why. So it's probably not going to go much higher. Wouldn't mind that the EPS is looking at the well, they just reported their earnings as well, and it's EPS is an earnings miss. Based on the direct offering up there at 17.50, so we'll see. You do realise that's the actions of a psychotic serial killer, Ricky. Posting loads of messages and then retracting them. We all read them. Psycho action. Is it a nice sunny day, is it, Jack, in Dublin? You don't get many of those. What it is, May? Mid-May. And I bet you don't have any mangoes falling from your tree every day. Every morning I have a little routine with the with my little girl here, and we go out and pick up a bag full of mangoes that are falling off the tree overnight before getting a leaf blower out and blowing all the leaves around the garden. And that's how we start our day. So you don't get that in Dublin. Got a few pop and drops this morning. That offering at 17.50 is probably not going to break much higher than that. Because if it goes much higher than that, the company's going to be selling all these shares at 17.50 if it gets up there. If and when it gets up there, stop it from breaking high. Absolutely, Paul. Lovely start. To be fair, Perry is nice. It's a nice drink, nice summer drink. And anybody who says that pear cider, you need a slap. There's no such thing as pear cider. So I think it's Magnus or one of these other brewers that brought out this pear cider. It's not pear. If it's made with pears, it's a Perry. Made with apples, it's cider. You don't get pear cider. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. Pear cider is Perry. Rant over. It is a nice drink. Perry is a nice drink. For summer, at least. Well, I guess that conference call on Novavax wasn't exactly the bullish thing that it could have been. Didn't really do much. Let's see what happens at the open. We've got 40 minutes before the market opens. That's a nice bit. Chianti is nice. Chianti is better. I prefer Chianti to Perry, although Perry's nice. What Perry is, as I say, pear cider is actually called Perry. It's Perry, no such thing as pear cider. I was reading a couple of days ago, there's no such thing as vegetables. They don't exist. That'll screw up with your vegan, won't it? Vegetables do not exist. Yeah, I'm watching that, but that's all it is at the moment. A little bit of a pop. If it gets over this swing high, kind of 1945 last swing high, so look for the break of the $0.50. Realistically, you want it over the VWAP, over $10. And we get a repeat from earlier. Back up to the highs. Now that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'll give it the 20 cents. Of that downwards channel, which breaks. So 5-minute downwards channel, parallel channel. Typically break upwards. Up top there at 55. Yeah, well, from my understanding, Musk isn't the greatest people person in the world. And you saying that, I don't think I've ever met a CEO that is a good people person. Not a single one. Psychopath, the majority of them. That's what makes a good CEO, is psychopathic tendencies. Went in with 1,000 and lost it, so I've just made that back. I've still got 1,000 in, so we're all good. You just go over a VWAP and it could get interesting. $10 is really where I want to see it above. It's over at VWAP, we can start scaling in and making a bit more on this. This is probably in the reaction to the conference call. Maybe the conference call started a little bit late, or certainly the juicy tidbits of conversation started a little bit late. As it breaks the low, get it. Well, that final 1,000 shares there was not break even. Good rule of thumb to use if you're a new trader. It's a good rule to rule of thumb, you get up and you get in on the momentum to the upside. The next first candle that breaks a new low, that's just put it. It will save you a lot of heartache. Hey Tom, it's a good week this week so far. We had a red day on Monday, I think it was. But apart from that, every other day's been green this week. Yeah, so 6.5K, a big loss on Monday. I wasn't feeling best pleased with myself on Monday, so 6.5K down on Monday. But 1,500 on Tuesday to the good side, 52 on Wednesday, 59 yesterday, and we're having a good day today. 20K at the moment, counting. So a good week so far. 26K at the moment. Absolutely, Rob. Absolutely. Yeah, Monday wasn't great for me. Cheers all day. For half an hour, guys. Half an hour before the market actually opens. What, are you waiting tables, Ricky? Nice one, Jay. Glad to hear you're in the green. Yeah, it can get a bit indecisive in this last 30 minutes. You know what? Novavax moved up over 200% this morning, from 6:30 to 7, and then it dropped at 25% from the top. Lost like 25% of its gains, and I reckon there's a whole bunch of people lost money on it. I'm at the 22K up on Novavax, but I reckon there's a whole bunch of people got in at the top and holding bags. Well, I think if it can get on hold over the VWAP, and that's the challenge here right now. So $10, the VWAP and $10, but converging very close to each other. So if you watch now with Novavax, watch the 5 minute rather than the 1 minute. I think the 5 minutes probably more relevant than the 1 minute as it stands right now. If it gets over the VWAP and then breaks $10, I think this could go back up to kind of 12 at least. And certainly at the open, we might see some big moves, some volatility halts, etc. Not scaling into this until it breaks $10. Don't mind scaling after 10. To break 10 and hold. First, hold the VWAP. Maybe come back, test it as support. It's at 980. We're up at 979 right now. So we got rejected at 10. And we break 10. That's the pull back towards the VWAP. I want to see that bounce. I want to see it break 10 now and do a similar kind of move on at 10. Maybe move up to 10, 10, pull back to the whole dollar, and then move back up and break highs. That will be my cue to actually get that scaling in. Now there's 10. Hold 10. That's the key here. $10 is my cutoff now. My average cost is $9.91. So first candle to break a low, actually $10 or first candle to break a low is when I'm getting out. Whatever comes first, whatever it breaks first. Oh, 97, but I'll be out at 10. Okay. $1/4. Gotta get out there. I'm just gonna lock that in. Look for another entry over the $1/4. Or if it pulls back, maybe towards the VWAP. Test. Quite a convergence there at the 980, both the 9 and the VWAP. Pretty much at the same place. Well, there's that to it as well, get them. Hey, well, the sun shines. I don't like the 2-minute chart. The devil horns on the 2-minute. Buy the 9 and get out of the... No. Buy that again later. Oh. Anything else moving besides this? Safe and green. Trying to go again? No. AAOI. Trying to make a red to green move. I'll stick with Novavax for now. So 21 minutes before the market actually opens. Dollars at 95. $10 on the ask, looking for $10 on the bid for the first day profit. You know what? I'm just going to take it. Again, $10 is my cutoff. So what I lost on the last move, I just made it back on that move. The last time I was drinking and trading, it didn't end well for me. I'm just going to hold this position until we get a new low. 989 is the low on this candle. We're about to close out. Well, commissions are not really an issue when you're 20k up there. You know, 10, 15 bucks round trip, not going to make a big deal on the net. It's going to break, and I want to be there when it does. And 10.20. I think I'll wait for the $quarter dollar. I think if it breaks the $quarter dollar, it's probably going to get to 11. And that would be a good day getting. That would be a very good day. I'm not going in heavy. I'm waiting for the breakout. I'm taking starter positions. I'm not going in heavy. It's like 100 bucks here, 100 bucks there. It's not a big loss each time. Although if I keep doing it over time, it's death by a thousand cups, as they say. This time, what I'll do is I will buy 980 because that's where the VWAP is, and it's also where the 20 EMA is. Convergence of support there, and it's where we bounced previously. Rather than selling after 20 cents, then I'm going to buy instead. Continue selling off after that, then we get it. That's $quarter dollar is kind of where I'm not going to go. What was my share size? I started off with 1,000, and then I scaled up to 2.5, then I scaled up to 5, and then I was in and out between 5 and 2.5. So I was dropping 2.5, adding back, dropping 2.5, taking profits, adding back, and I was basically in and out at 2,500 share lots all day. Like now, I'm starting at 1,000. I will scale up. Once we break that $quarter dollar, I'll then start scaling up, or as the case may be. Here, I did say I'm going to buy bottom here, 2,500, and I'm going to risk 10 cents on my average. I'll get a bit too far. But I'm just going to be disciplined about it. Will break, and when it does, I'm going to be there. Oh no, all day. So it was like 6:30 this morning. Well, 6:30 in the evening. Here, so it started it had earnings, then it dropped another catalyst. I got in at 7.53 and all the way up to over $14. I got out at $14. I was able to ride it up. Let's say taking 2.5 off, sometimes taking 1,000 off or 1,500, but taking 2,500, adding 2,500, taking 2,000, hadn't, etc., all the way up. That's kind of the way I traded it. better patch. And 90 sellers. 91 is a 4,000 sell order there. Anything else moving, guys? Is Novavax got everybody's attention, or Downtown maybe? That's less than Novavax. So AAIO. Let's have a look over here. Downtown. Not great. It's moving up, but it's not great. There's not much range on it. It's talking like less than 2 cents on the range. It's the scale's all to whack. I'm looking for the $1/4, but the nice little downwards channel here breaks out of it. Interesting. Like $10 now. Volume's not great. Comparison. I get the 10 cents. That way. Oh, nearly. There we go. There's the 10 cents. And can we get the breakout? The $1/4. Go. Let's go. That's what I did as well, Bobby. Previous resistance, I got a took 1,500 of the 2.5 off. and $10 is my cutoff again. If it doesn't hold $10, I'll get it. $40 where I'm going to scale in. Kind of just stagnating here, just hemorrhaging commissions and fees right now. So I'm going to wait now until it does break the $0.25. That resistance is kind of key here at 10.20 and 19 actually. 10.80, 10.60, 10.60 again. So yeah, 10.20-ish. Bit of resistance going on. Do I have alerts on my phone for early trading, Jack? No, I don't. I have Benzinga. You've been chasing GameStop for a while now, Adam. Kind of lost its potency in recent times. Yeah, it's 5 minutes. It probably will break that $0.25 now. It's 5 minutes before the open. So if it breaks the $0.25, I will try a small size to move up. I want it. I don't want to risk too much. I'm way over goal. My goal is $1,000. I'm 20 times goal today. Goal at the moment is $1,000. It's definitely going up next week. I'm going to start 12.50 next week. Bouncing on the 25. There's the VWAP. There's that descending resistance underneath it. So let's see if it bounces on either of those. I can put alerts on my phone if I wanted to, Jack. I have Benzinga on my phone. Absolutely, Peter. Just I'm not risking the 20k I've got now. It's I thought I'd make a little bit on SGBX and I went in a bit too big. A couple of entries on that. So I've made an extra $400 on Novavax. It's spiked. That covers the Visa trade and then SGBX. I need to make 2k to get back to the highs of the day. It's up at 22,465 when I finished the cycle. Okay, exactly, pretty much. Arm holdings breaking highs. Fine. Okay. What is all-time highs? Got a while to go. No, this ain't going to all-time highs. I mean, we're looking up $320, $330 or whatever it is. $330 for all-time highs from back in 2020, and COVID was the catalyst. So it's not going to all-time highs, but will it go to day high, which is currently 14.19. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't. I was just at the right place at the right time, Jack. I sat down to set up my scanners and everything else at 6:30, and I just happened to see it moving. Look for the catalyst, and there you go. That resistance level again. Nice VWAP bounce actually then. Lovely VWAP bounce. I'm kicking myself I didn't take it. Thought about it. So we've got a minute before the market opens. I'm going to change my scanners over to the regular session. Or discerning if we get a nice move up. Okay, so applied DNA regain compliance with NASDAQ minimum bid requirements. Good luck, guys. See what the market has in store, if anything. I'll be done by 10 o'clock. Regardless, just letting you guys know. Got half an hour left of the stream, and then I'll be done. Odd all day. Have I got Novavax on all my screens? I do apologise for that. I'll just change that over right now. That should be Novavax. Right. That should. My apologies there. Why did nobody actually call me out on that one to start off with? That's an OBS sync issue because I've got windows open for it to sync into, and they've all synced to the one window. So Soundhound popped. AMD's under $2 for popping. Arm holdings breaking highs. Again. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that must be too tight, I guess. That's nice. Good stuff. Get him, John. That's the 5 cents. Okay, all right, gone green on the day. Great team gold. I'm just gonna. Gold technologies halted. $0.20 trailing stop. That's what it gives me. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday. $1,100 out of this. The minimum, and I'm going to get it. Take it back to the highs. It absolutely is the best Friday in a long. It's the best day. Forget Friday. Best day for me since January. Right. Now I've got that stop in place for guaranteed a little bit. I can look at potential scaling in here. Not that I need to. It's just doing my job for me. I am scaled in. There you go. Ah, there we go. So we're back up to the highs. Almost. Thought I only had 2,500 in there. I was, but I was in for full 5. That's a nice trade. I like that. for $11. And we get $11 here. $0.36 on the ATR, so put a 30-cent trailing stop in place. Let's see if that stops me out. And we will look to scale if it breaks 11. Here's Jack. I don't know about a bag. When we get over 11, there's 95. What's the hold level? 1149. So that's fine. That's fine. We're way off the hold level. Don't have to worry about that. Rejected at 11. How far is it going to reject? Before it stops me out, or well, I lost 20 cents. That's all right. Only $500. Kind of my own fault. I should have taken a bit off at 11. It's a whole dollar. Psychological. But we've been playing around the 20k mark for the last hour and a bit, so pretty much where we've been for the last hour and a bit, really. Yeah, all day, you know yourself. I had the stop in place, so I thought, you know, I'll let it play out. But I'm getting 4-1. Applied up to electronics. From red to green today. Not great in terms of volume. Looking for the next move, but you need the volume. 15-cent spreads, 10, 15-cent spreads on applied opto. No worries, Alistair. See you Monday, buddy. Have a good weekend. Who are you playing this weekend? I think you're playing United this weekend. Smash them for me, will you? Dubai, yeah. Oh, I'll just call you out. I'm using Dash Trader Pro. It's supplied by Capital Markets Elite Group, so CMEG. So it's known as Traders Elite Pro by them, but it's Dash Trader Pro is the platform. The broker is CMEG, Capital Markets Elite Group. There's a link in the description or the pinned message in the chat. There's a link there. It's a link tree. It'll take you through that. You can go to CMEG that way. You can get up to 6 times leverage with them. There's no PDT. They don't employ PDT. So if you're have a small account, it's great. So CMEG is the broker, and Brighton. Okay, United on Wednesday. We'll smash them both. So yeah, that's who I'm using, and that's the platform. And you can test out the platform as well for free. Link in the same description, in the same link tree in there. No worries. You have a great day. Have a great weekend, buddy. Are you right, John? Done? Kind of not seeing anything that's really the strongest one here, and if it can hold the 9, maybe the next candle to break a high might be worth a dig. But I'm probably just going to lock it in for 20k today. Well, I said I'd stick around till 10 o'clock, didn't I? Just for you, Adam. Just for you. I'll have a look at GameStop. Not on any of my scanners, and that's why it's up 2%. It's yeah, choppy as hell. It's still trading within the opening market range at the moment. It dipped below and slightly above, but trading within the pre-market range at the moment. So 1850 GameStop. At 3%, trying to break a new high of day. There you go. Does have a 28 cent range, so it's spreads are not too bad either. So GameStop's starting to break highs. Best way to do it, John. Don't give anything back. And if you're over goal, lock it down. Start your weekend early. Can't get leverage. Why is there no leverage on GameStop? You think there'd be leverage on GameStop? I need a 90%. Basically, just shy of a 1-for-1. It's 90% margin maintenance requirement. So on that basis alone, I'm out. Not trading it. Just on principle alone. I started today with 41k, so I'm up to 60k in the account. That's taken into account maybe charges accounting for about 10, 1500 bucks today. 1,000 to 1,500 bucks. Micron breaking highs. Nvidia up at 912. The S&P. I've not even looked at the markets today, have we, guys? So we've been so entrenched in Novavax. So, and I still think Novavax is going up to $12 today, but and beyond maybe. But don't quote me on that. That's just me, and I'm watching for that break of 11. S&P 500. Look at that, breaking highs. Back up to over 520. Where it finished yesterday. 520.17 is where it finished yesterday. We're up at 520.250s. Look at this on the daily, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We gapped up nicely. All-time high is 525.59, 522.50. So $3 away from all-time highs. Everybody was saying, "Oh, we're in the bear market. Oh, look, it's pulling back. Are we in the bear market? We're $3 off all-time high. Yes, we're in a bear market. Shut up. Are we in a bear market?" Look at that. The market is looking very strong at the moment. The NASDAQ look very similar. Actually, the all-time highs were up here, weren't they? There we go. So up towards 449 on the triple Q, which is the NASDAQ 100. So there you go. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to walk around town at this time of night. There's only places open are the clubs and bars, and I'd rather sit in the living room and have a glass of wine with the missus and go for a swim. My daughter's still awake, so it's I'll put the pool lights on and we'll go for a swim, I think. It might pull back, Adam, but what I'm saying is it's I was asked last week, are we in a bear market yet? And I'm like, we're nowhere near. Oast. Have a look at Oast. Oster Inc. Down at the 9. That might be a nice entry. Don't like the volume on it. Quite a bit, 30%. No leverage. I like this type of bear market as well. I get it, absolutely. That's good, man. I'm in exactly the same feeling right now. I've got 8 minutes, and if it runs after that, good luck to anyone that catches it, because I'm locking it in at the top of the hour. I was debating whether I would actually come on and do the live after that lovely run up this morning. But look, it is what it is. My glass is dry, so we've got just over 7 minutes. GameStop. A quick look at GameStop. Where are you now? We're breaking highs. You are. I might actually have a quick punt on GameStop. Just get over 21k for the day. An entry. I just want to jump in at the highs. 55 and oh. No. No pullbacks up here, GameStop. Let's get back up to the 75. 1975. On the bid, that is. Looking for. High of day 65. So looking for another 10 cents on the high of day. Market pulling back a bit. Maybe GameStop is trying to. That's your fault, Adam. Have another. It's 75% wrong today. Waiting for the break over 10.50 here. But it's not looking too bad. It's holding the VWAP fairly well. There's Novavax. VWAP 10.05. Comes to the VWAP, you can risk 5 cents there. Get out if it breaks below $10. I buy high, sell higher, Adam. That's what I do. I'm a momentum trader. I look to buy the breaks of new highs and sell as it breaks new highs. That's the strategy, and it works for me. I know that when I first got into trading, people were like, you buy the low and you sell the high. I'm like, that's simple. It's not. Because when is the low? I would try and buy the low and then it would carry on selling. What? But that was that was support. I've just bought support. What's going on? And it's selling off. It's continuing to sell. Dip buy and buying the lows, not the same, not quite the same thing, Cast, but the upwards move and then the pullback for the buy the dip, absolutely. Love it. I know you're a big believer of the 9 EMA bounce. I know you like to buy the 9. Breaks 10.50, I think you'll get it, Bobby, but it's struggling there. So I'm gonna have a look. Breaks highs here. 5. Okay. Looking for the break of 10.50. I'm in at 10.60 instead. 10 cents down, but. Wasn't quick enough. As it moved up and broke that new high, I was going to get in, and it just shot up as I pushed the button. I missed 10 cents on the move. Oh, good luck, that Adam. Can't short it. It's hard to borrow, is it? Plus Novavax. Dozy ignoramus, Tony. What are you doing that for? Accidentally pressed the buy button. That's okay. If it worked out for me. That wasn't intentional. Oh, this can list it. No worries, Mike. You can miss the bulk of the next stream. It might be you might be a good luck charm. You're not being around, buddy. I'm 2x. I'm 19x. Well, 18x. All at the moment. I'm not saying anything. Just weren't around, and I made 20k. As soon as you come back and started chatting, I just lost 2. What's all done? 3k. Cheers, thanks for that, mate. You've been short it, Adam. Well done. I can't. Well, it's the top of the hour. I did say I was finishing, so that's what I'm doing before I give any more back. I'm locking in at 17k. I was 24k, well, 23k up at one stage. What was it? 22.5k, nearly 23k up. So I'm going to lock it in, guys. It's a happy Friday. Have a good weekend. I've still got some work to do to recover February's drawdown, but we're big piece of it today. And I'll see you on Monday, 7 o'clock for the scanners, 8 o'clock for me in person, and I hope you'll all be here to join me. Take it easy and have a great weekend.
Living the life, living large, Tony's in charge. He's got the knowledge, the skills, and the art. Streaming live, stock trading all day, helping people learn and make money their own way. From Wall Street to Tokyo, Tony's got the flow. Teaching the game, ain't nothing to show. He's got the charts, the trends, and the moves. Making profit, making moves, his groove.